this is Rebecca's Roadmap, and I'm sure like many of you, I do my best to eat healthy. And I'm sure like many of you, I see great recipes in magazines and I think, oh, well, I can't make that because it doesn't fit in with my eating plan. So what I'm going to do today is what I'm calling a recipe redo. I'm going to take a recipe from the June 2017 Southern Living and walk you through how I made it. So hopefully this will get you some ideas and you can look at some of the great recipes in your magazines and think about how you could remake it so it fits in with your eating plan. So stay tuned. So the recipe that caught my eye as I was flipping through my Southern Living was this stuffed eggplant parmesan. That sounds really fancy, right? And it tastes really good, I'm going to tell you. But this is pretty simple to make and it's really good. So I'm going to kind of walk you through the list and tell you what substitutions I made, and then I'll kind of tell you how I actually put it together. So 2 eggplants, canola oil. I always use olive oil. It's a better oil than your canola, in my opinion. And mind you, everything here is my opinion. A cup of chopped sweet onion. I always use a red or purple onion. You could also use some purple shallots. Those would be great. Fresh thyme. I don't have fresh thyme, so we're going to use dried. Minced garlic. I don't have minced garlic, so I just use some powder. Kosher salt. I'm staying away from any salt that is not sea salt. In particular, I like the pink Himalayan sea salt because it doesn't have a lot of the bad things in it, and it has lots of trace minerals that are good for you. Small fresh tomato, 2 large eggs, a half a cup of fresh chopped basil. If you have these fresh herbs, go for it. I've got dried in my pantry, and if I'm making this, especially on a weeknight, that's what we're using. 2 ounces of mozzarella. We actually use some provolone on this. 3/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs. I did not use bread in this. I am gluten-free and pretty much flour and sugar-free. So what we used was some of the riced cauliflower. You could also just use rice in this. 1.5 cups of jarred pasta sauce. Again, watch your pasta sauces because most of them have all kinds of stuff in them that you really don't need to be eating. One that we use is just the Classico tomato basil. It's pretty much just tomato and basil. And let's see, more mozzarella cheese. I don't think we added that in there. And some grated Parmesan. If you're going to buy Parmesan, buy the grated or buy the block and grate it yourself. It tastes much better. And what we did add to this was some cooked ground turkey. So let's see if it actually says, it doesn't say how many people this will feed, but we actually, I think we got, where did we go? But we got 3 meals out of this for my husband and myself. But we had 2 eggplants. We got really nice fresh eggplants, but they were about that big. So cut in half, 2 eggplants. That was 3 meals for us. So what we did was cut the eggplant in half and cross score it in a diamond pattern. Throw a little olive oil and some salt and pepper, garlic on it. Put a piece of parchment paper down in a just like a rectangular baking sheet or like a rectangular 9x13 like Pyrex or what have you dish. Flip it upside down and cook it at let's see, cook it at 350 and 40 minutes to an hour. It kind of depends on your eggplant. You want to cook it till it's soft. Let's see, and then after that was done, we scooped all the eggplant out. Now, they put theirs back in the eggplant shell and rebaked it. We just mixed ours up and threw it in the Pyrex 9x13 and baked it in that. It was just less messy, less to deal with. So, okay, cooking your eggplant. While that's cooking, saute your onions. And let's see, what did they do next? Because I kind of wing it. Guys, my grandma and my mom, they're kind of what we call dumps a lot cooks. They kind of dumps a lot of this and dumps a lot of that. So I didn't grow up cooking with recipes, so I kind of wing it. So, okay, eggplant's cooking. We're going to throw a little olive oil in the bottom of a pan on medium, and we're going to cook up this onion. And I think we'd go ahead and throw the tomatoes in there so they can cook also. Let's see what the instructions say. Yep, cook this. And they went ahead and added the thyme and garlic and salt to the skillet. That's up to you, personal preference. I seasoned the actual eggplant, and then we seasoned the mix when we mixed it together, and we seasoned the meat while it was cooking. So we're starting our vegetable mix here, and then we started cooking the ground meat over separately, and then we mixed it all together. So you've got your onion, your herbs, your tomatoes cooking. You got your eggplant cooking. Eggplant's cooked, scoop it all out and throw it in the pan with your onion and tomato. And then at this point you can add in rice if it's already cooked. So I guess at this point you either need to cook your rice or throw in your rice cauliflower in with your onion, and you want to cook that up. Looking at the rice cauliflower, you can buy it fresh or you can buy it in the frozen food section. I personally like the frozen one better. I think they blanch it first. It doesn't take as long to cook. The fresh one takes a bit longer to cook, so I vote for the frozen one. Okay, so that is your mix. Basically, you mix everything together. If you want to throw some cheese in there, throw some cheese in there. Add your couple of eggs to help bind it. Instead of breadcrumbs, we have either rice or cauliflower. And let's see, this says they put half a cup of the tomato sauce in the bottom of the dish. I don't think we did that. I think we just mixed it all together, but either way will work. And then they topped it with the pasta sauce and more breadcrumbs and more cheese. So I think we mixed the pasta sauce, jar tomato sauce in with it, and then we just threw some cheese on top because my husband and daughter don't eat cheese, so I just threw some provolone cheese on the section that I was going to eat. Okay, so we mix everything together, we stick it in the 9x13 pan, and we throw it in the oven. And this is going to be on 350. This says 35 to 40 minutes. I think we ended up cooking ours more like an hour. And that may be because we had a bigger dish. This was a smaller service area to cook, and we had, basically 9x13. So that is how I would redo this recipe and make it so that I could eat it and my family could eat it. So if you guys have a recipe that you want me to walk through and tell you how I would redo it, just shoot me a link below. If you like this kind of thing and you want to see some more videos like this, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and let me know. I just thought I would throw this out there and see if you guys liked it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!